Everybody, it's Angela Todd coming at you a little after 2 this week on Tuesday. And I want to talk about some things I've been realizing in my oral history work. So, nope, everything's good. Okay, I've done a lot of interviews. I'm always contracted by women, but sometimes it's to interview the men in their family. And not always, but I've heard some of the men and some of the women say to me in oral history projects about the family, oh, well, after I was born, my mother had 3 kitchen abortions. Her little body couldn't handle any more births. And it wasn't legal, but she still had abortions. Oh, but don't put that in there. Or, I think my sister was a lesbian, but we never talked about it. Oh, but don't put that in the family history. So they're on tape interviewing me, right? But they want to tell, they want a full picture of the family, but they're asking me not to tell the story. And I won't, I'm not giving you any names, but I want us to be aware of what history is still not being told. So, uh, sexual reproductive history, sexual orientation history, women that have been diagnosed with housewife syndrome, which is a kind of euphemism for, not a good fit for domestic life / nervous breakdown. The usual treatment for housewife syndrome was to let them go take classes. Sometimes in the 50s they would have what's the word? Lobotomies. But as time rolled along in the 60s and 70s, when you had housewife syndrome, you were allowed to go take a class. So I feel like I want to come on and say, I'm never going to break your anonymity. And at the same time, these stories that people are not recording, they're speaking and asking not to be included, are largely women's history. So abortions, lesbianism, cross-dressing, housewife syndrome, right? A drinking problem. So much about women who are not, fitting the mold of the idealized housewife is not spoken or recorded. And I feel strongly that we need women in history. It's not history without the women, I keep saying. So I'm popping on to ask you to think about um, the women that may be lost in your family stories because they didn't fit the ideal mold. And I also want to say that I'm right now reading a book called Jello Girls about the women in the family that owned Jello in Leroy, New York. And so I think I'm also inspired by the book, right? To tell the hard stories, and that is also part of our American history, part of our family history, and part of women's history, to tell the hard stories. So I'm hoping that you will not stay away from oral history if you have hard stories in your memory or in your family, because they're important too. And also I want to say that if you did an oral history that you wanted to pass to an institution, it's totally within your realm to say, please keep this private until 2050, until I'm passed, until my auntie has passed, or whoever. So you have control over your narrative. They're they're important stories that we don't want to lose, but I'm not asking you to disrupt somebody's life with them either. So I'd be happy to have an oral history interview with any of my fabulous fans and viewers. Please reach out to me at angela@angelaltodd.com, or you can tag me in the comments below. Um, and yeah, your secrets are safe with me. We have a bigger project to do, which is to tell the whole story of women, right? So I'm thrilled that you're on this journey with me, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you next Tuesday. Thank you. Uh-oh, Where's the stop button? Oop, bye.